You must be really tough. Silver and gold investors have been put through the mill over the last 2 years, but are we seeing a light at the end of the tunnel? Does it feel that way to you? What do you think? I have a strong opinion on where we're standing right now when it comes to the price of gold and silver. But what about investors in the precious metal mining stocks? They have endured even more pain. Is there also a light for them at the end of the tunnel? We've got a ton of interesting things to talk about in this video, even a clip from a CEO, a conversation I had with the CEO of a $1 billion market cap company. He's been in this industry for decades, his family for generations. He had a keen observation about the current state of the precious metals market. I'm going to share that with you as well at the end of this video. So do you think it's about time that gold and silver get delivered to the promised land? $2,500 gold, let's say $35, $40 silver. It feels different this time. It feels different on a technical basis. I'm not a big technical trader. Maybe you are. You can leave a comment in the comment section below. But you know those guys who read the charts, they are all saying, and when I look at it, even I can see it. Can you see it? That gold is ready to make a big, big move. It's tried to get above this 2,000, 2,050 range for a while, and that now it is poised to do so even from a technical level. First Mining Gold is a development company advancing two of the largest gold projects in Canada. Springpole in Ontario and Duparquet, located in Quebec. Each already has 5 million ounces of gold reserves, but exploration initiatives are underway at both projects to find even more gold. First Mining is well-financed, has zero debt, and owns an interest in 4 additional Canadian gold development projects. But it gets even more interesting when we consider the world geopolitical situation. We could talk about this for hours, right? But we know major changes are going on in the world, and a big part of the world that is gaining power right now, simply put, do you think that's a good way to put it? Gaining power? This other part of the world, they happen to have a high level of respect. They value precious metals, gold and silver. There are a multitude of data points pointing toward that. That is also very supportive for the price of silver and the price of gold. And finally, from a monetary, fiscal management, whatever you want to call it, the Fed, the U.S. economy, the national debt, you want to call it the fiscal situation, you want to call it the monetary situation, I'll call it bubblegum and duct tape. The U.S. economy, the U.S. monetary system has never been in a more precarious position that could easily lead to further devaluation in real terms of the U.S. dollar, which would mean the value of gold and silver would go much, much higher. Now, next, I want to talk to you about an astounding comparison we can make when we look at the mining stocks, the gold mining stocks, the silver mining stocks. This is going to knock your stocks or socks off. You are important, and I appreciate you giving me your time right now and joining me here in the basement from wherever in the world you are. I hope you find some camaraderie, maybe some education, maybe some entertainment, but most important, I want you to come back. You're going to hear from that billion-dollar mining company CEO, but first let's talk about this. If we look back just 1 year ago, the price of gold was actually a little lower than it is today at $19.70 per ounce. The GDXJ was at $51 per share. Today, the GDXJ with a higher gold price is significantly lower at 38. The GDXJ would need to go up 34% from where it is today just to get to where it was 1 year ago when the price of gold was lower. It gets even more astounding when we look back to August of 2020, 2.5 years ago. Gold also closed that month lower, $19.67 per ounce. the GDXJ was at $60. So that means in August of 2020, gold was lower, but gold mining stocks were almost 60% higher than where they are today. Guys, gold mining stocks, the sentiment has never been lower. The value proposition has never been better. And don't forget, I'm going to say this quickly, there's only 1 in 300, 1 in 500 of us invested in the sector. If just another 1 or 2 out of 500 people get smart like you and I are and decide to join us, that would be 2 to 3 times more money in the sector. Just a little more money could result in explosive growth for the mining stocks. But do you think we should listen to a guy who runs a $1 billion company, who's been in the mining industry for 3 decades, whose family has been in the mining sector for 4 generations? He joked this morning and told me, we've been long precious metals for 4 generations in my family. What does he think of the current state of the precious metals mining sector?
I have never seen such a dismal mining equities market in my life. And my life spans looking at mining equities probably 30 years by now, right? So in 2000, I was well engaged in the business. In 2000, there was a very bad equities market for mining, very bad. But gold was trading at $250, $350. Silver was trading at $250, $350 per ounce. So it made sense to have a dismal equities market with those kind of prices, right? Everybody was underwater, right? Today, we all believe gold must be much higher, but the price is close to all-time highs. There's been margin compression, but still the industry, only a small percentage, I would say probably 5, 6, 10% of the global mine supply is challenged at these prices. No, back in 2000, it was probably more like 50, 60% of the industry was challenged at those prices. So I never seen a mining equities environment so disconnected from the actual fundamentals of the price, right? I think I find a lot of apathy with respect to mining equities. That can change very quickly.
Well, there you have it. None of us has a crystal ball, but one thing for sure, when you get beat down, 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 like investors in the metals and the mining stocks have been over the last few years, there's really only one place you can go, and that's up. Hey, I appreciate you joining me here in the basement. You know you're always welcome. Please subscribe, leave a comment. Number 1, you be well until next time.